what's up? So today's video is going to be a little update on my business, Sweet Soul. I don't know if there's going to be, I'm sure actually that there's going to be women out there who relate to the challenge of launching a business, and I wanted to just be completely upfront and honest because ladies, this is not an easy journey to become a full-blown entrepreneur. I know that word is used tremendously in our day and age, but I've been a business owner of my own personal brand for close to 15 years now, and I'm shifting more towards owning something of my own truly and developing offerings and resources and workshops and classes for you guys. And it's been a really interesting and challenging journey so far, and I've been learning a lot. I made the official announcement of my beautiful baby, Sweet Soul, over a year ago, just a little bit over a year ago. What's been holding me back, and the reason that I wanted to do this video also is because I've been telling you guys that I've been working on these journals, and it's true. I've been developing these journals for over a year now. That's where I've been with my business, is really developing a team of people who truly believe in me as a person and also in my business and the vision for my business. So there's been a lot of energy, again, of things just kind of crumbling down, which has been really interesting to navigate because I've never really experienced this before. Also setting a lot of boundaries has been something that's been really huge for me, and implementing and reinforcing those boundaries. And then I also had the realization, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say it to you guys, but please do not hold it as like black or white, okay? When I say this, I'm only saying it because I wanna be authentic as far as like where I'm coming from, but it doesn't mean that I'm never gonna do this again. It just means that I'm going to approach this in a different way. I was on my way from grabbing some lunch with my husband today because it's been, again, some pretty challenging things that I've been having to navigate, and I just needed to get away from the house. And on my way back, I really had the realization that I don't like being an influencer. Even though I've never considered myself an influencer, I have been an influencer, but I guess I never really liked being an influencer, like full blown, like a lot of the aspects of it. Some of them I did because, you know, I got the opportunity to work with really great brands and do some really exciting things. And I'm all about being a part of a project with another company, another brand, and collaborating together. But I guess what it started to happen, and this is something that I noticed, these kind of partnerships sometimes made me feel like I was the club promoter. Do you want to be the club owner or the club promoter? And I guess I've been the club promoter. And now, because of a recent situation, I realized how out of alignment being an influencer really is for me. A lot of the things that I felt like I wanted to be a part of authentically don't drive me anymore. And it feels really liberating because I did identify as, I guess, the influencer lifestyle for so long, but influencing is not something that I enjoy, honestly. And I'm all about living your passion. So the reason I wanted to say it to you guys is because I love calling myself a soul-centered creator, because what I do is create. What I've always done since I started YouTube was create. But I don't like being an influencer. And I don't like I just feel like a lot of the things that I did as an influencer, while they generated an immense amount of income, they didn't really set me up towards me having something that belongs to me. And it kind of left me in a position where I was now vulnerable to the world, more so than I am by launching my own business, you know? And I am at a point in my life where I want to have so much more control over my business and take more ownership and responsibility for where my business is now, where I want it to go, and also making sure that I am not being distracted by shiny objects that seem like, ooh, I want to do this. Like, yeah, I want to go here. but really remaining focused on what is my mission here on earth in this one lifetime, and what do I really need to be focusing on a day-to-day basis to make sure that my path remains on the path that I know that I'm supposed to travel. Because I also know how it feels when I'm out of alignment. I'm not happy, I'm stressed out, I'm anxious. I don't like feeling pressure from outside forces, because I already have a lot of pressure on myself, honestly. And this is pressure that I put on myself because there's so many things that I have to figure out by myself. I don't really have a team just yet. And I did, but again, I had to let go, and this was a big decision for me because you really got to align yourself with people who are on your same wavelength and who are going to help you fulfill your dreams and who want to be a part of the mission. And I remember when I was hiring for the social media manager position for Sweet Soul, there were several resumes that were sent to me that were women who were just so passionate about the message and the mission of Sweet Soul. And our mission with Sweet Soul is to encourage the expression of the highest self in all beings possible, but starting with women. But I feel like when women change, everything around us also changes. Our family dynamic changes. You know, like I have a friend who experienced tremendous healing, and when she went through that healing journey and she really took ownership and she took charge of her life and the traumas that she experienced, the whole entire dynamic of her family blossomed into something so beautiful, you know, because it's almost like they were just waiting for their mother to return back to herself. And that's our mission with Sweet Soul. And then everything else that we do outside of that comes from our main mission. So I need people who are passionate about that. And it's just been really interesting because I guess I am today at a point where I have to figure out, for example, the manufacturers, and I have to be interviewing the manufacturers and reaching out to them and learning to negotiate also, because this is a new skill for me. But these are all things that I thoroughly enjoy. I enjoy doing all of this. I love learning. It's one of my biggest passions in my life is learning. I read all the time, and I have so many different interests because I just want to learn everything that I can. So it's been really exciting. And that's how you know that you're in alignment, when even the things that you don't necessarily enjoy, and then reaching out and having these phone calls, and these are all like tedious little things that maybe you feel like they take you away from your passion. But at the same time, these are things that I actually do enjoy. And that's how I know that I'm on the right path, because I could be doing something else. Like I could be at Coachella, fashion, all that stuff. And I really asked myself, is that what I really want to do? Like a part of me felt like, oh, like, do I really want to be in Fashion Week? Do I want to be like, no, that's like the old me. So I have to constantly through this journey remind myself and remain grounded in my mission, because I really feel like I am here to lead a mission, and my mission, and everything I do is purpose driven and it's mission driven. And so for that, it requires a lot of focus, and it requires a lot of really knowing who you are. Being in my 30s has been incredibly empowering as a woman, even though it's been probably the most challenging that it's ever been, because my level of awareness has shifted and I have been, reaching higher states of consciousness. Now in my 30s, I really don't put up with any, because I know exactly what I want. I know who I am. I know who I'm becoming also. I know where I want my life to lead and where I want it to be. I know what I want to experience on a day-to-day basis. And I already know what kind of people I don't want in my life, what kind of people I need to stay away from. But it's about just attracting the right kind of people into your group, into your business, into your life. And I know there's so many women out there in my age group who are starting businesses, who are doing it all by themselves. I know the resources also for women of color are not as easily accessible. So we're always constantly facing all of these challenges and all of these roadblocks. But I always loved being the underdog. Since I was a little girl, like nobody believed in me. Nobody believed in me. In high school, they used to call me like all these crazy names, but they would say that I was a lowlife, or that I was going to be just a dropout, or nobody had any kind of expectations for me. On quite honestly, not even my family, because I was a crazy kid and crazy teenager, and I was just really diverted from my path. But I'm so grateful for that, because it's given me this immense drive to do the things that I do, and not to prove people wrong, also because it's not about anybody, it's about my own journey and how much I can evolve as a human. And I know very well that I chose this, and I chose the fact that I went through all those things in high school, because honestly, I'm really proud, even if it's like you shouldn't be proud of not doing great in school and all of these things. I am really proud of myself, because I know I chose that life, and I know that that life has led me to be the person that I am today, and just so sure of who I am, where I'm going, and again, not putting up with. And it's like, I used to put up with so much stuff all the time in my 20s, maybe early 30s a little bit, but like in my 20s, I would put up with so much stuff in my business and in my personal life, because I just thought that that was normal, or I didn't have the courage to say no, or to stand up for myself, or to put boundaries. But now I communicate what I need, what I want, and when I don't like something, I'm not going to be a part of it. And also, my mental health comes first. I take care of me, number one. I take care of myself, and I distance myself from anything that is stealing my peace of mind. And no amount of money is ever going to come between me and my peace of mind. And that's where I've been able to be. And so many learning lessons. I was actually talking to my therapist on Monday. Usually we meet on Wednesdays, but I told her that I really needed to talk to her on Monday, just to kind of process some of the things that I have been just going through. That Friday was a really challenging day for me, and all day I was just kind of like talking to myself out loud, trying to process like what just happened, and it's not easy. She told me that. She's like, hey, I advise that maybe you take some time for yourself and you do something for yourself. And when she said that, it encouraged me to book myself a nice luxury spa somewhere by the ocean, because I need the water. I need to realign myself. Honestly, that's what I need to do, is realign myself back with my mission, because the reason that I even did something that I did not enjoy to the fullest was because I was distracted and I wasn't in alignment, and I saw something shiny that sounded beautiful, and I was like, okay, I'll do it, I guess. But it was so not me and where I want to be in my life. And now I am so intentional. That's why I was telling you guys that I don't resonate with the word influencer, because influencing means that you just really got to push a lot of different things and a lot of brands. Even if it's something that you do believe in and you do enjoy, it's still promotion for someone else. And I am in a point where I will only push myself. And when I do partner up with another brand, it's going to be a collaboration, because a lot of the times, and this is what people don't talk about, and I've been doing this for 15 years, so I have a lot of experience in this. A lot of the times, influencers don't necessarily have a lot of freedom. It's mostly like you're just getting hired to promote a product and push a product, and you really kind of have to bend over backwards and bend yourself into a pretzel to accommodate the brand. You have to be very careful with that. But again, everybody has different values. People see things differently. Some people don't mind pushing products just for $1. Everybody has different values, but just the way that I personally move, it just didn't resonate with me anymore. I guess, again, it's not going to be black and white. So if I do in the future collaborate with a brand, it's going to be super intentional and meaningful, and something that I truly, truly, really want to say heck yes to. And if I'm not saying heck yes to this opportunity, I just can't move forward. And the beautiful thing is, like, when you start saying no to these things, more incredible things start coming your way. It's so crazy, because I've been wanting to create workshops for you guys, and the day that I was talking about, like, this is something that I want to do, that night I got an email from a company who produces these workshops, and they really help you write out like these incredible programs. So that was really interesting. And then also a podcast agency, which is something that's so exciting for me because I've been able to, I'm looking for something to be able to connect with you guys more. And you guys know I told you guys that I really want to do a podcast. Maybe like several months ago I told you guys that's something that I want to do this year, and the fact that it's happening right now, it's really exciting. I love the entire team. It's like my dream. Like when I work with people, I want to be excited to work with people, you know what I mean? Because we spend so much time together that you want to make it a pleasant experience. You want to enjoy the people that you work with. You want it to be a true collaborative effort. Going back to the other point, I was thinking of going somewhere to treat myself to just a one full day to myself by the ocean, because there's also a guided journal that I'm working on. The journals that I've been developing so far are just blank journals for you to just journal all your feelings. And I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. But there's a guided journal that I've been wanting to develop, and I have all of these ideas, and I really want to be by the water and just focus my energy on that, because Sweet Soul is my passion. My baby is my passion. My community here with Sweet Soul is my passion. This is what drives me forward, what keeps me up middle of the night, or what wakes me up super early because I'm motivated to bring forth all of these ideas. And yeah, and it's also really gratifying to be able to build something from the bottom to the top, and all of these things, every little aspect, from building the website, hiring a product manager, social media manager, finding the right team, the design of the journals, the boxes, the sticker, the tissue, the type of paper, the charity that we're going to be working with, or organization that we're going to be giving back towards, which is usually going to be I'm thinking of an organization that gives back to the ocean, because Sweet Soul in a way is a love letter to the ocean also. Our logo has a mermaid, because the mermaid represents diving deep into the unknown and into the darkness, and I feel that's what you do when you're healing. So I wanted to show you some first prototypes. Now the mission is to find a manufacturer, that's going to be the challenge right now. That is the challenge, as a matter of fact. That's what I've been working on this whole week. That, and also outlining my dream podcast. So this is, I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so the first rendition, like my first journals that I initially designed, these are it. These four right here. Right? You see this iridescent binding foiled edge on the side. We're not going to be doing this iridescent color. I kind of liked it because it's like very galactic, you know, and this collection is inspired by the universe. So I wanted the colors, you know, like when you look out into the universe through a telescope or like a photo, you can see all of these beautiful deep shades being reflected in the universe, right? So the black, this kind of minty green, a pink, purples, blues, all of those beautiful colors. And the thing is, like, about these, I didn't really like how they came out. Like, this one actually looks pretty cute, I'm not gonna lie. This one says faith over fear. A lot of quotes that really resonated with me, and I feel like a lot of women are just like, you know, we all love to hear faith over fear. Whenever you're feeling fearful, gotta tune back into faith, right? So we have the Sweet Soul logo. This one is really beautiful. I do love the color, honestly. The thing that I did not like was the yellow paper. For this journal specifically, I didn't like the yellow. I wanted something more white. And then there was a few other ones that I didn't really like this minty one. It's just like, you know, I gotta be obsessed over these journals. And if I see something and I'm not obsessed, it's not happening. We have trust in the magic of new beginnings. New beginnings, we all go through new phases. This one actually looks pretty cute also. I'm not mad at this. When I look at it, I'm not mad. Again, this is the color that I didn't like, the minty one, even though my husband loved it. Her intuition was her favorite superpower. And then in darkness, only in darkness can you see the light. This is our black one, right? This is not the final bookmarker. This is just a placeholder for the bookmarker and also the gemstone. So this is not the final. And then also I am actually changing from the moon. We're gonna put our mermaid logo in here also. So this was the first rendition, and again, I didn't really like the color palette when I saw them, because this is gonna be launched as a collection. I didn't really like the color palette. We're not gonna be doing this emblem here on the side, but I designed a lot of the elements in here that make a perfect journal. And we'll talk about it when I launch it, but check this out. I mean, even the number of pages I designed. I wanted specific numbers of pages. I wanted it to lay a certain way. I wanted a certain binding a certain way. I wanted everything a certain way, because this is like my dream. And I'm just like, what is my wildest dream? How can I bring it into life? So we also tried printing it in this fabric because I just feel like it's so luxurious. However, the quotes don't look that beautiful here. And the quality of the way that this was printed, like wrapped and bound, wasn't really the best. So we were just kind of working through finding another type of fabric. But I do like how luxurious this kind of fabric, you know, looks. It's just that it's not really great for printing any type of font on that. So then I developed another 2 designs, and I'll show you the first one, which is To Feel is to Heal. And this is just a prototype of how I wanted the cover to look. It's not really like it's not the size or nothing about it aside from like the cover is what I was looking for. But I love it. Look at how beautiful. To Feel is to Heal. And so we printed it on the actual size that I wanted this to be, with gold foiled pages, which I don't know if I'm gonna keep. You guys let me know if you guys like this foiled pages. Maybe I can do rose gold, or maybe I won't do it at all. But the inside is beautiful. We made the adjustments from having the yellow paper to having white on the inside. And it says, this journey, because it's a journey, belongs to, and then you can write your name. And then these are the pages. We have a star, a moon and the sun on both sides for a little bit of design in here. And it's just such a perfect size in journal. And here we do have the mermaid printed on the side, our logo, Sweet Soul in the back also. But there's more elements. This needs to be a little bit more centered, and there needs to be some foiled elements too when you touch this, like 3D elements. And then we're also gonna put a bookmarker that's gonna have a more luxurious little gem hanging from this. So that's that. So that's the one that I think we're gonna be launching with, are these 2, but they are gonna look not completely, but a lot different than this that you're seeing. That's why I'm comfortable showing them to you guys. But I just wanted to give you a little preview. This is definitely going to be darker. This is going to be centered. And again, I'm not too sure about the side. I feel like because it's so thick, the yellow foiled edges are just so like yellow gold, and I don't really like the yellow gold. To make it a really nice thick size, almost like a book, you know? Because, you know, when I was actually going through my journal, I was going through it, and then I've been wanting to write another book, but I was like, well, what can be what is the subject of my next book? I really didn't have an idea of what it was until I started going through my own journal and realized I have so much material in here that I can write a book about, and just do a little bit more research in certain topics or whatever. But like, I have a lot of stuff in my own personal journal that could potentially become a book. That is like a lot of life lessons that someday I kind of envision my little daughter or my kids or my grandkids reading my journal and then just kind of reading everything that was kind of going on in my world and all the things that I've been learning, because there's so many gems in my journals, like so many gems. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's where I am with my business. I just really wanted to let you guys know where I am, because I am pretty much doing a lot of things by myself right now from like the very, very bottom. And initially I was going to have another company that was going to be doing the fulfillment of all the orders and everything else. But I feel like from what it looks like I'm gonna start from my home. It looks like I'm gonna launch my business from my home, and I am going to be the one packaging all of your orders, which makes me so happy because I was a little concerned about not having these boxes shipped and packaged the way that I want them to be. So I need some control over that for the time being until I hire someone, or I actually hire a fulfillment center that can do my shipping, packing and shipping to my quality and my standard, because I really want it to be an experience for you guys. And it's exciting. Just the learning process of having a business is very exciting. And when I was a little girl, I don't know if I ever told you guys, when I was a little girl, I always envisioned myself as a CEO. I don't know of what, but even in my Draw My Life video a long time ago, I remember that I wrote that I am the CEO of my own business, and it was like, you know, my own personal brand. I am the business of my own brand. But this is like a different level of CEO because you're running an actual business where you're selling products, right? So it's exciting, and I just wanted to put this out there because, again, it's been challenging. I've cried. I have been stressed out. I felt a huge pressure on my chest also from just all of the things that I have to do and how much ownership I really have to take over my own business if I wanted to launch, because I wasn't taking full responsibility and ownership because I felt like I thought I had the support of teams. But come to find out, I really got to make this happen because it's my vision, and I don't expect anybody to believe in it. I really don't expect anybody to believe in it or me. And it's a hard lesson to learn, but I really, that was a big one, and I feel like we can dive deeper into that in the future. But with that being said, I think I'm going to close it up right now. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. I know it was so much, but nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed it and got something out of it. And just let you know, all my moms out there, all my women out there who are bosses, who are entrepreneurs, starting your own business, I see the struggle, I see the challenge, and you know what? I don't back down. I know you don't back down, we don't back down. We can make things happen. We always have. We've always been the underdogs, but that doesn't mean that we're not gonna make things happen, because what do we always do? We make shit happen. We always do. Somehow, some way, we always make shit happen, right? And we're pretty badass and successful at it. So don't underestimate yourself. I don't underestimate myself. I just remind myself of all the great things that I've done in my past. Take that same energy and put it into the baby. Put it into your business, you know what I mean? Or whatever vision or thing that you are trying to pursue and accomplish in this world. Anything is possible. All you got to do is make a choice that you want to do it and wake up every day and work for it, you know? So anyways, have a blessed and beautiful day. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment. You guys know I love to hear your feedback. Until then, have a blessed and beautiful day, and I can't wait to see you on my next one.